Lingportal Online School presents
Grammar of Feelings, talking about emotions. Hello and welcome to Funny Grammar. Today we're going to talk about something we all share, feelings and emotions. We all feel happy, sad, tired or excited, but grammar helps us express how we feel and why we feel that way clearly and beautifully. So today we'll explore the grammar of feelings, a gentle mix of emotion and structure. Let's start simply. Look at these words: happy, sad, tired, bored, relaxed, excited. They look basic, right? But when we add a bit of grammar, they come alive. They tell your story, your state, your emotion. So let's see how grammar helps us express what's inside. Adjectives and prepositions. We often use adjectives of emotion with small prepositions, like tired of, afraid of, excited about, interested in, worried about. These tiny words, of, about, in, connect the emotion to its reason. Let's listen and feel. I'm tired of waiting. She's afraid of flying. We're excited about travelling. He's interested in learning new things. I'm worried about the future. Remember one small grammar note. After prepositions, we use a verb in the ing form. So, afraid of flying, excited about travelling. Can he feel it? I'm excited about learning English. That sounds real. Adjectives ending in ed and ing. Now let's look at a little grammar of emotion that students often mix up. Some adjectives end in ed, some adjectives in ing, and this small difference changes everything. Adjectives ending in ed describe how you feel. They tell us your emotion, what's inside you. Use them when you talk about a person's feelings. Examples: I'm interested in English. In other words, I feel interested. She's bored at work means she feels bored. He's excited about the trip. He feels excited. We're tired after the lesson. We feel tired. They were surprised by the news. They felt surprised. When you think, I feel, use ed. So, I feel bored, relaxed, worried, pleased, frightened, disappointed. Adjectives ending in ing describe what causes the feeling. They tell us about the thing or situation that makes people feel this way. Here are examples. The film was boring. In other words, it made me feel bored. The story is interesting. It makes me feel interested. The news was surprising. It made everyone surprised. The lesson was tiring. It made us tired. That sound is annoying. It makes people annoyed. When you think, it makes me feel, use ing. So, this book is interesting. The game is exciting. The noise is annoying. Quick check. If you say, I'm boring, what do you mean? Yes, that you make other people bored. So please, say, I'm bored instead. Modal verbs and emotions. Sometimes we don't say directly how someone feels. We guess it. We imagine their emotion. For that, we use modal verbs. Modals help us read people's emotions gently, without asking directly. Look at the following. You must be tired. In other words, I'm sure you're tired. She might be nervous means it's possible she feels nervous. He can't be angry. I don't believe he's angry. That must have been exciting. A strong feeling about the past. Let's practice. If your friend looks sleepy, what could you say? Exactly. You must be tired. If your colleague looks worried, what could you say? She might be stressed. So and such for emotions. Sometimes emotions are strong and we want to show them clearly. In English, we use so and such for emotional emphasis. That's when we use so and such. So plus adjective. We use so before an adjective or adverb when there is no noun after it. It means very, but more emotional. Try saying them softly, with feeling. The film was so funny. She's so kind. I'm so tired after work. It's so cold today. You speak so clearly. Think. Use so plus feeling or quality. So beautiful, so friendly, so late, so happy. Now, let's look at another way to make your sentence stronger. We use such when there is a noun after the adjective. Such plus an plus adjective plus noun. Try saying them softly, with feeling. It's such a beautiful day. She's such a good teacher. He told such funny stories. They're such nice people. We had such an amazing time. Think. Such plus adjective plus noun. Such a lovely evening. Such a big surprise. Such an interesting book. Small words, but they make emotions sound real. Mini practice. Let's check if you can feel the grammar now. I'm excited of waiting. This film is boring. He must be upset. He might be upset. It was such an amazing concert. It was so beautiful. Summary. Let's quietly summarise what we learned today. 4 small patterns, 1 big message. Grammar helps you express what your heart feels. So, next time you want to say how you feel, remember these little pieces of grammar. They help your words sound soft, honest, and alive. English isn't just rules, it's connection, emotion, and presence. Keep exploring and may English open doors to new opportunities for you.